allegiance, and then we'll have a moment of silence after that. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you. Okay, roll call.
Dave Eggleton.
Here.
Chris Mogus.
Here.
Gary Scholes absent. Jeff Myers.
Here.
Marty Selker.
Here.
Tom Walter.
Here.
Nathaniel Parker.
Here.
Bob Smith.
Here.
And Kyle Wilson.
Okay. Consideration to adopt the agenda with amendments, additions, corrections, and deletions.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, anybody with public comment?
Yes. My name is Mary Ann Stewart. When my husband and I were building our house in 1995, we were researching where to build our house, and a professor from the university told us that CL was a good school district, so we chose the CL district to build our house in your district. And our son graduated in 2011, Matthew, and our daughter in 2016. And for the most part, we were well pleased with CL and the education that our students received. September 17th is Constitution Day. Don't know if you were aware of that. And this is, of course, the 250th year of our celebrating our 250th year of our country. And I was hoping, maybe you already do this as a district, but I was hoping that as a district that you would recognize Constitution Day and perhaps even Constitution Week, that you would do something to observe it. And I'm a retired librarian, so I found some stuff to give to you. I have something from the PA Bar Association. They have a program called Celebrate the Constitution. It's a program for Pennsylvania schools, and they have resources for you to use. I also have something from the Constitution Center, and they have Constitution Day resources. And also I have something from an organization called constitutingamerica.org. And they also, as a matter of fact, they have a Constitution, a live program on that day. So I am a retired librarian, and I spent most of my time in secondary schools. And my last, I don't know how many years, were at a senior high school. And when Republican presidents were in office, and in particular since 2016, my friends, they were my friends, but I know they spent a great deal of time teaching students to hate our country because they hated the people in office. So, and I don't think that happens at CL, but I think that we need to make a particular effort to teach our students what our country is really about, to teach them the truth. Anyway, so may I give these to
Yep,
someone?
thank you.
So-
Actually, we're required to recognize it. Something came from the federal government to me, so we're going to.
Yeah,
do
I
that,
was
but-
told there is a law, PA Act 35, 2018, but I didn't have time to.
I already sent it to the principals now
Good.
on their calendar.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
Yeah.
we actually have it up and we have it available to our teachers. We're working on a plan to
Yeah.
make sure.
So I hope that, I mean, being the 250th year, I hope you make a big deal of it, so. And there are people in our county who are reenactors, and they dress up like these people, and, you know, so.
All right,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Liz Mathers. I'm from Limestone Township. Good evening, members of the school board, administration, and community. My name is Liz Mathers. My son is Alex. He is a fifth grader at CL Elementary. In November, Alex was diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma of the lumbar spine. This year has been quite the challenge, to say the least. After 16 weeks of chemotherapy, 28 radiation sessions, and multiple blood transfusions, Alex is now cancer-free. He will continue with physical therapy to help with residual left foot drop due to L5 nerve root damage. Alex will also have follow-up MRIs, CT scans, and blood work every 3 months. As a family, we wanted to take this time to thank the school community for all their support during this time. Whether it was meals, donations, or prayers, we greatly appreciated. We especially wanted to thank Davey Eggleton for helping us with Chromebook firewall issues, Mrs. Simpson for helping with login issues, Robson Tobin for helping us switch from online to homebound education, Mrs. Priest for looking out for Sophia during this time. A special thanks to Mrs. Ferguson, Mrs. Grace, and Miss Wingard for getting Alex's assignments ready, making Alex feel welcome whenever he was able to come to school, for getting him a comfortable chair to sit in and a wheelchair to keep him from getting overly exhausted. And a special thank you to Mrs. Jessica Craig for volunteering to be Alex's homebound teacher. Without her, we would have been lost. Without the support of everyone, this challenging time would have been much harder. I can't thank everyone enough.
Thank you.
It's great to hear that he's cancer-free. I think he'll be coming back to school, right? Anybody else?
I did want to tell you that I'll be helping to conduct a 10-week Bible study at Next Step Pregnancy, so I'll be gone for a while, not because I'm not interested, but because I'll be busy.
Well, with you.
Now,
Okay, presentations. Committee. Committee reports, cafeteria representative. Okay, Riverview, Unit 6. We don't have anybody there.
Just gonna know some of the dates, so they know when the meetings are.
Clarion Career Center representative.
All right, just a couple of personnel changes. We hired a new instructional aide for the computer networking class, Logan Howard. We also hired Patrick Grady. I never get the name, I think it's great. We hired him as our construction technology instructor at step 7. We also had resignation of one of our full-time instructional aides, Sarah Ziegler, and we also had both of our SPOs resign. That was right before our meeting, so we discussed it, and I think they already posted the opening for both of us online, and hoping to fill those in the next meeting. There's 2 SPO positions. That's all. Yeah.
Okay, legislative representative, Matt Garrett. Curriculum and instruction.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to touch on, the articulation agreement, that has to do with our AgMech program. That's a CTE program for us. We found out in the fall that that was no longer supported through anyone through the, I believe it's the Perkins program. They need what they call a SOAR agreement. And a higher institution has to get on with the state and agree to provide to back the program. So we had to go out and find our own. So that's when I started searching, not knowing a whole lot about it. I reached out to Penn West University and they were fantastic. Now our completers of the program, if they complete the program, if they take the required test and knock the exam and pass, they can actually come out with, I believe, 12 credits to go towards Clarion or any Penn West, or probably any state university for that matter. But they'll get 12 credits from Penn West University as a completer of the program, and if they pass the NOCLE as well. So I'm excited about that in addition to our shop ag area.
And that's on top of our, the college, the classroom credits we already have.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about that later. No cost. cost us.
I was gonna share, one of the things we're gonna be doing this year is we have our plan course outlines. As we go through them, we just approved them recently. So as we go on through this next year, we're gonna continually revise them. Those are kind of like working documents that kind of map out a school year in a particular grade level, or particular academic discipline, to make sure we're covering all the standards that we're required to, and just making sure that when someone wants to see what we're doing in fifth grade math, we can open that up and show them.
COA representative.
Hello. All right, good evening. On behalf of the teachers and staff, I'm sure, we would like to welcome everybody back to the evening of school, years of school. We hope everyone had an enjoyable and restful summer. As summer comes to an end, our buildings are once again becoming busy with teachers, staff, students, and families preparing for school. Already had the sixth grade orientation, which I think was a good turnout, which gave incoming students from the elementary school and families an opportunity to become familiar with the building here at the high school. Meet teachers and staff, learn more about what to expect with this new chapter of their education. Our fall sports are underway. It's good to see the students and athletes back in the building, and we wish all the sports teams the best for the season. Would like to also remind again, think about the Find Your Room night for Monday, the 24th, from 6 to 7. This is a great opportunity for students to visit the school, locate their classrooms, become comfortable with their schedules, and feel more prepared for the first day. And there's always a special energy and excitement that becomes with the beginning of the school year. Our teachers and staff are looking forward to welcoming students back to our classrooms and beginning another school year. So I'd like to thank you for the report.
Are you the one who taught Heath this?
What's that?
Are you the one who taught Heath?
I did not teach him that. That was TikTok that taught that. I didn't even know about it until later on in the school year when I'd say 6, 7, when we start to giggle.
Okay, building representative.
So I met recently, I informed the board, but I met recently with Eads Group. We've been talking with, we have obviously had experience with Site Logic before. I've communicated with them, recently too. We had talked with ABM, in our continued look at what we need to look at for the high school. So the Eads Group was a great conversation, very nice men. They're going to write up a proposal and send it to us. I have not received it yet. When I do, I'll share that with the board right away so everybody can see, what they're saying. I spoke with Site Logic, and great conversation with him, and the guy's name's Damian Spar, and he talked about coming up with 4, 5, 6 things that we know just as a group we need to address. And he would be able to help us just plan for how much those might be without paying for a $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 study. I'm not saying we won't need a study at a certain point. We will need that to have, a drawing like we did with the generator. That was $10,000 for an engineer to draw the plans and change things around. And that's what we were able to use then to take that out to bid, or for bids. So we will eventually have to get to that point, but I'm just thinking this is another good step for us to look at. We know we need the roofs. Everybody knows that, I've kicked around some of the things I think we need. I would encourage you guys to send me if you can think of something we need as well. And then I'll try to get that to Damian Site Logic so we can start getting an idea of what are these things? How much could they potentially cost? What do we do with it at that point? Bob asked me about the grant a little bit ago. We are still waiting on the roofing grant. $1.8 million that we have to come up with. I don't remember, 400 and some thousand.
25%.
It was 25%. It was somewhere around 400,000 or 500,000. So I'm hopeful for that. Also found out that the PCCD safety grant, the $114,000 one we're using to replace the doors. We got another batch, and that's 135,000. One of the things we're in desperate need of, I shouldn't say desperate need, but we have issues with that does need to be replaced, is our fire alarm system. And that would be around $100,000. So we could certainly get it with that. We need some lighting, some things like that. So I just want to throw that out there because I'll have to apply for that before too long. Can't remember the deadline, Chrissy, maybe October. So I just want to share that with you, see if that's the direction you guys think we should go, you know, like, I believe that's a need, Lee believes that's a need. We changed the pool stations 2 years ago, I think 2 years ago. But all the other components are from the 1960s. The panels, you know, things like that. So, you know, definitely one of the safety things that you would be able to cover with that grant, you know. Go ahead.
You're using like psychological, if, can needs do the same thing if they can come forward?
Yeah, certainly. Site logic is a different type of thing. There's some, I want to say Giza, or there's some, like, they have the ability to do things with us with energy savings.
Energy saving.
Eads does not. So what I'm saying is, we're doing this for, like, Site Logic is not charging me anything for me to talk to them. Neither did Eads. And we will need at some point to have plans drawn, and we can use any, Site Logic doesn't draw plans. That was, who was the person that drew plans? Core Architect. So even using Site Logic required somebody else to draw the plans, you know? What I'm saying is, I believe we can just get our idea, our heads wrapped around what are the numbers we're talking about, you know, for some of the bigger projects. And, like I said, there's no fee there. And then I would be able to come back with you guys and say, here's how much this would be, here's how much that would be, you know, how do we plan?
Is that, when you were talking about cover fire, would it cover a roof or?
The 134,000 could be put, I assume, could be put towards the roof.
Like, what I was thinking of that is, if we have a roof problem, or we know it's probably better off to address it, because it's gonna cause other problems.
Lee, when we had an issue with the fire system a couple years ago, did we have a problem finding the parts for it? What was the issue we had?
Finding components to plug back in for if something does go is kind of almost impossible.
So the reason I say that to you, Marty, is I want a roof too, you know, and that's 1.8 million. But if the fire alarm doesn't work and we have a building with, you know, 500 people in it, that's not a good thing. You know, it's working right now, but we had a very hard time finding the part to fix that. You know, like, it's like searching for the starter for that, you know, diesel engine, you know what I mean? So that's what in my, you know, when I think about it, just big picture, that's what I would think.
Will that cover the whole thing?
I believe it will cover everything.
So we're not gonna piecemeal it up
No.
into different parts and pieces.
No, that's
Be
what I'm
not a
trying,
lot better off.
yeah, I'm trying to avoid that.
That company, or they would get you what you need for the fire alarm system. They charge you to do that.
So we're having, I'm having the company, there's a couple companies, we'll have 3 come out and look. I don't know that we need plans to draw on something if they are, can't think of the name of it now, CoStar, and we're doing a direct replacement. When we moved the generator, we had to move it, so that required site plans and, you know, all of that stuff. So, I'm not telling you we wouldn't have to necessarily have something done, but I believe it's a direct replacement. We're in a lot better position to not do that. We didn't do that for the doors, for direct replacement, you know, CoStar's grant, you know, like. Now, if we move a door, you know, like we change an opening, and then we're looking at something different, you know. So, I mean, that's just the way I'm looking at that. I don't know if anybody, you know. Good?
Yeah. Longer.
Brian mentioned working with Damien at SiteLogic. I remember working with him on the elementary before. If you want me to, I'm willing to join that group, the building group, and try to help put together a proposal of what we're doing as far as, you know, the whole board looking at the plan and what we're gonna do when. If you want me to join it, I will. What's that?
You can do that.
Let me know whenever you guys are gonna get together.
I don't know that we like cores. I don't want people,
No, you
I don't
don't
want to
want
give you a bad idea on core. I remember core wasn't a good, you know, Damien at Site Logic was good.
Damien at Site Logic was
Where's
excellent.
core out of?
Core was out of Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, they were the engineer.
Site Logic is the company that oversees.
I'd like to see their card, I'd like to, because I dealt with a company called Core Environmental Stuff Engineers.
Okay.
And I can't say right here, but I think.
They're the ones that set up where they didn't do it right in the back of the gym when we got flooded, and local company came in and fixed it. We've had no problem.
Yeah, I don't want to disparage them because we're being put out on live internet here. So I'm saying I don't think
Peace
we'll,
of mind, would like to move to say.
yeah, I don't think we'll be going with that one again.
I can tell you, so Core was the architect, and Core farmed out the engineering to LSSE, who has recently bought out Fikes. So Fikes a local agency, so just, that is a connection, so if that name comes up, that's the group that did the engineering Dave's talking about behind the gym.
We did have a good experience with Site Logic, and they continue, I mean, I get this information for free. I mean, I can call them anytime, they'll be happy to talk with me. Now, certainly, they hope to get more work in the future. That's why that works that way, but.
And Site Logic was recommended to us from Carl Beer, is how we got their name.
Thank you.
Is that it?
Yep.
Okay, business manager report.
Okay, I just have a few things to talk about. One is some good news. We actually got some numbers in for some state subsidies that are actually larger than what we had budgeted for. So we're looking at an increase of roughly $32,000 that we're gonna be seeing as revenue to us. Second thing I wanted to talk about was our fixed asset valuation with Kroll. There was a woman who came, her name was Maria. She came the week of August 3rd. She did a full inventory of all the buildings, including all of our property, everything. So she's taking all that information back and compiling reports, and then they're gonna send it to us by mid-September, they said, so we can see exactly what our assets are and anything on there that we believe needs to be changed. And then we can get all that information to Missy for working on the AFR as well. I've also been going through our GL and all of our accounts and reconciling things, making journal entries. And I feel as though we're in a pretty good spot for getting ready for the AFR. I spoke with Missy, we should be doing that around mid-September. Our tax collectors are going to be giving us their audit materials as well, but when they bring in their August tax bills, those will all also have to go to Missy. And that's about all I have for right now. Anybody have any questions?
So when we do the budget, we expect a certain amount, and what Angela's saying is we got $30-some thousand over it. That's a very good thing. I was hoping for 300,000.
That would have been nice. It was nice with that extra grant.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, superintendent administration, thank you.
Yep.
Team report.
We'll go first.
We're getting really excited about the new school year. We got a lot of things going, trying to help get everything organized at the elementary. Trying to do a lot with our PBIS program. We've shared a little bit about it over the summer. That's all up, ready to go. And the kind of whole basis behind the PBIS program is we instruct kids on how to do math. We instruct kids on how to do reading. We directly say, this is what it looks like to do math and reading. So PBIS is just a pumped up system to try to do that for behaviors, and try to get everybody speaking a common language and get kids to have a more positive experience at school. We're excited for another good year. We had some PSSAs came back. They were not as good as we wanted them to be because of the online testing. But we're making a lot of adjustments throughout our schedule this year to help the students get ready for online testing.
We knew online would be an issue. The first day it crashed, that throws kids off. All schools are experiencing the same, downward bump. But we do believe, we'll have scores ready for you. The guys are gonna give you a presentation in, likely September, October. We wanna wait till we get everything back from the state for, Keystone exams.
We got everything but the science keystone, science PSSA, science keystones. That's because they went to the new standards last year and they're trying to I was told they're trying to norm the scores. So basically seeing, they want a certain amount of kids to fall advanced, proficient, basic, below basic, and they're trying to figure out where those lines are gonna be drawn, is what I understand. So we might not have the science results back to the center.
So we will put together a presentation. The guys have already run the numbers for us to start looking at, so we can share that with the teachers to start the school year. We'll present that to you guys. It'll likely be under a presentation. We'll throw some stuff up and let you look at that and ask questions to see. We still do well. I mean, Clarion-Limestone does well, but, we'll have something for you to be able to see that.
We had a great sixth grade orientation last week. I know, Mr. Alden hit on that. I think all but 3 of our incoming sixth graders showed up for sixth grade orientation, which that's phenomenal. We also are really excited, I'm excited anyways about this. Talked to Chris Hamilton, she's our enrollment secretary. We have right now 7 students returning from cyber school that were at cyber school last year. If you're not aware, that could cost us anywhere from $15,000 to $35,000 per student. So if we can keep those students here and we don't lose any else, that could be a significant gain for us. And so we start thinking about why that's happening. And, you know, one of it is our ag shops. Our ag shop is fantastic. We had North Clarion came and visited us. They're a couple of their administrators. They're very impressed with our greenhouse and what we're doing in our shops. We're adding to that really soon with a 3-axis CNC mill. We have a local company. I'm not sure they won't recognize yet. So before I mention who it is, I want to double check with them to make sure they're okay with the recognition. But a local company is donating that to us for our students to learn on. Obviously, they're hoping that we produce workers to go and work for them. And, you know, I think we will. So that's exciting. Our line manufacturing continues to grow. This will actually open up more avenues for them to make more products. Our college in the classroom, we're up to 30 credits through Mount Aloysius for our advanced upper level classes. So our college bound students also have a great opportunity to leave here and be ahead of other students from other schools that maybe don't have those opportunities. And the last thing I want to make the board aware of, we're having our all sports kickoff. The booster is putting it on tomorrow night. It starts at 6 o'clock. I believe the gates open at 5. We're going to recognize all the student athletes for the school year. So if you're available tomorrow night up here at the football field, I invite you all to attend. Right. Sorry, I was thinking today's Thursday. Sorry. It's been a long week already. Friday night, they do a pie in the face auction. So if anyone would like to come out and have themselves auctioned off to be pied in the face, you can have
Brian, you can be there.
I have been pied in the face many times as a principal. I do not get pied anymore. The bad thing is it gets in your ears.
That's the
so
worst.
terrible. It gets in your ears.
So,
And it smells like puke after a little bit. It's terrible.
I will be there if you want to bid on pieing me in the face. You'll have that opportunity. So, but that's it.
Let me come back around to just 1 or 2 things from Davey there. First off, the local company, they did not want their name mentioned, but we're hoping they do in the end. We went and visited them last winter. I would say it was January, February. And we spent a couple hours there, and I updated the board on a weekly update, and I sent out, and they told you guys we're excited about this, and this happened. And I mean, that was then, we knew they were ordering it. And this is, you know, now coming to fruition. I think they're delivering tomorrow night or tonight. When are they delivering? Tomorrow night. So that is, you know, computer programmed. It's going to be able to show the kids much more. We already have a CNC router and a plasma cutter. And now we're adding a, you know, 3-axis milling machine. So that's very good. The 30 credits from Mount Aloysius, like you should tell everybody you know that goes here. That is a year of college for $80 a credit.
I think that's what it is.
Somewhere around $80 a credit. Most of the classes are 3 credits. We might have a lab one that is 4. Okay, so my point is, for very little money, a kid can go to college already done with their first year. And if that kid happened to take their articulation agreement, you know what I mean?
They would have trouble fitting all those in.
But I mean, it's just wonderful for parents and kids. But I mean, certainly parents are the ones that feel this. We started with Mount Aloysius 4 years ago. We approved them like my first or second month here. and it's just grown, you know,
We're looking at-
fantastic.
We're looking to continue expanding. I already just had a discussion with Jesse. He told me give him 1 year of teaching physics and then.
Before we add more.
And then next year, we're gonna try to add physics to another.
I've been chasing Clearfield since I was the principal of Du Bois, because Clearfield, you can get an associate's degree. Now, it's a bigger school, they have more classes, so that makes it a little easier, but I would love to have us get to that point where we could have, you know, an associate's degree, but.
I don't. So, say if a student would upgrade and get these credits, can he, she, depending on what college you're going to go to, can they, no matter if it's a Division III school or Division II, can they take it with them?
In my 10 years of working at Mount Aloysius, I've not known of one kid that didn't get that accepted as general ed credits. So in other words, they're not gonna do it if you're gonna be a computer science guy or an engineer, you know, like, it's going to be those first year classes. So I've not heard of one school ever that didn't accept that as general ed credits.
It's way more accepted now than the AP. Like, I know several years ago, whenever I was in school, AP was the thing. You took the AP classes, took an AP test. Now a lot of schools aren't accepting even the AP credits, as opposed to more and more will accept the transfers. It's just like if you were a student just like they're a student at Mount Aloysius. They get the same credits. They can transfer them to another college.
I got one more day, and I know we talked about this. How are you gonna handle cell phones?
Cell phones, we are going bell to bell, no cell phones. They should be off, out of sight, bell to bell, from 8 AM to 3 PM.
How are you gonna let the students know that that's the way it's gonna be?
I put a letter out yesterday on an email, about it. We're gonna start putting it out on, I got a graphic I'm gonna put out beginning of next week on our social media and our website. And, I have grade level meetings the first, 2 days of school with every grade level to discuss those expectations.
All right, just one more thing I want to share with everybody, and I'll be quick because I know we're going on. Gym floor at the elementary school. We had an issue with one of the HVAC systems on the roof, and that caused a drip, and that caused some, you know, damage to our gym floor, which we're still waiting on. I have been interacting, Christie is back and forth, with our insurance company. They are sending out an engineer to look at the system. They want to see what they see from it. So they want us to preserve it right now in other words, without fixing it. We no longer have it leaking onto the floor, obviously. We have catch basins there. We had beefed up the pan underneath it, but we do know that it is not fixed. And we do believe we know what the system is, which is a control module tied to a heating coil that's required to keep it from making too much moisture when the cooling side is going on. So because the local company that installed it has been out quite a few times, we have called out the manufacturer to look at. There is an expense to that because it is out of warranty. That is what it is. It's out of warranty after a year and a half, one year. So we do have the local or the manufacturer coming out to look at it, and I believe that's our best bet to ensure we're solid, we're good on it. I want to look at some point then a service plan like we would have with Johnson Controls or some of the systems that are Johnson Controls. I believe we need to look at a service plan for these bigger things that I don't know that the local companies could do as well. I mean, great experience with the local company. I'm not complaining about that. I think some of the things that are just larger, we need a different look at it. So I'm gonna look around and see what do we have for service plans in the area, what businesses provide that for this equipment, and I'm certain the manufacturer will be able to sell that service when they come out. So that's what we have going on.
They scheduled that,
They,
Not yet.
the engineer coming.
No, I just got the notification this morning that he was going to reach out to me. So someone was gonna reach out to me, so I'm just waiting to know.
Number 9, approval of the minutes. A, consideration to adopt the June 17, 26 regular meeting minutes and July 26, or July 22nd, 2026 special voting meeting minutes as presented. Vote.
So moved.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, number 10, I'm gonna do A, B, C, and D, and I'm gonna group all of these together, and if anybody wants anything pulled out and voted on separate, then let me know. Okay. Financial reports. A, review and approval of the June and July treasurer's report as presented. B, review and approval of the June and July 2016 fund report as presented. C, review and approval of the June and July 2026 food service operating statement as presented. And D, review and approval of the June, August 2026 general fund, capital projects fund, activity fund, and scholarship fund bill schedule as presented. Have a motion.
Motion approved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, personnel. I'm gonna do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H all together. There's a lot of names there. Okay, A, consideration to approve the following supplemental contracts for the 26-27 school year, pending receipt of all required legal documents. B, consideration to approve the following substitute pay rates, the same as previous years, for the 26-27 school year. C, consideration to hire the following substitutes for the 26-27 school year, pending receipt of all required legal documents. D, consideration to approve the 26-27 federal programs stipend in the amount of $5,200, same as last year, for Robin Compton as approved in the Title I Consolidation Grant application. And E, consideration to approve the following after-school detention supervisors for the 26-27 school year. And F, consideration to approve the following 26-27 athletic official helpers rates, same as previous years. F, junior high officials. Yeah, I did. Yeah. So G, consideration to approve the following game managers records for the 26-27 school year. And A, consideration to approve the following volunteers for the 26-27 school year, pending receipt of all required legal documents.
Could you read their names for us, Bob? Make motion to approve.
Yeah, I'm gonna abstain on G. All in favor, say aye.
Second. Did you already have it?
Yeah.
Okay. Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
I'm gonna abstain from H. I'm on H.
Okay, new business. Okay, A. Consideration to approve the contract with Edmonton for summer school courses for the 26-27 school year. Costs are incurred on an as needed basis as presented. Have a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Nathaniel Parker,
Yes.
Dave Eggleton,
Yes.
Kyle Wilson,
Yes.
Marty Selker,
Yes.
Tom Walter,
Yes.
Jeff Myers,
Yes.
Bob Smith,
Yes.
Chris Mogus.
Yes.
Okay, B, consideration to approve final site as the district's new website provider with funding previously budgeted in the 26-27 budget as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Marty Selker,
Yes.
Tom Walter,
Yes.
Nathaniel Parker,
Yes.
Jeff Myers,
Yes.
Bob Smith,
Yes.
Chris Mogus,
Yes.
Dave Eggleton,
Yes.
Kyle Wilson.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do C, D, E, F, and G all together. Okay, C, consideration to approve the resolution to authorize the collection of the school property tax installments for all taxpayers. D, consideration to approve the facility handbook for the 26-27 school year. E, consideration to approve amending the elementary and high school student handbooks to include policy 824 for students and parents annual notification. F, consideration to approve the graduates of the agricultural mechanization general CIP 01.0201 program of Clarion-Limestone School District can receive advanced standing credit at Penn West University as presented. And G, consideration to approve the IU service agreement for the 26-27 school year as presented.
Motion approved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Jeff Myers,
Yes.
Marty Selker,
Yes.
Bob Smith,
Yes.
Chris Mogus,
Yes.
Dave Eggleton,
Yes.
Kyle Wilson,
Yes.
Tom Walter,
Yes.
Nathaniel Parker.
Yes.
Okay, H, consideration to approve the retention of the Levin Legal Group as legal counsel for the 26-27 school year in accordance with the terms of the agreement letter as presented.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Bob Smith,
Yes.
Kyle Wilson,
Yes.
Chris Mogus,
Yes.
Dave Eggleton,
Yes.
Nathaniel Parker,
Yes.
Tom Walter,
Yes.
Marty Selker,
Yes.
Jeff Myers.
Yes.
Consideration to approve to appoint Books and Roads CPA to audit the district account for the year ending June 30th, 2026 at a cost of $18,500, was $17,500 for the financial statement and single audit plus $4,350 for tax collector audits was $4,200. If no single audit is needed, the cost of the financial statement will be $15,000, $14,000 last year as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Dave Eggleton,
Yes.
Kyle Wilson,
Yes.
Bob Smith,
Yes.
Tom Walter,
Yes.
Nathaniel Parker,
Yes.
Jeff Myers,
Yes.
Marty Selker,
Yes.
Chris Mogus.
Yes.
Do J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Okay. Okay, consideration to approve the issuance of complimentary CL athletic sports passes for the 26-27 school year to students who participate in varsity athletics during the 25-26 school year. Consideration to approve the special education service agreement with the Clarion Area School District in the amount of $15,000 per student for the 26-27 school year, same as last year, as presented. Now, consideration to approve shared service expenses beginning August 2026 through 27 with Clarion Area, Red Bank Valley, Keystone, Union School Districts to provide Title I reading specialist services to non-public school students as presented. And consideration to approve the cooperative agreement for the following mental health service agencies to provide necessary mental health services to students as needed at no cost to the district. And consideration to approve the sponsor agreement with JEC Head Start for the 26-27 school year as presented. And, consideration to approve the, well, no, I'm just stop it in. Stop it. I have a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Kyle Wilson,
Yes.
Bob Smith,
Yes.
Chris Mogus,
Yes.
Nathaniel Parker,
Yes.
Dave Eggleton,
Yes.
Marty Selker,
Yes.
Tom Walter,
Yes.
and Jeff Myers.
Yes.
Okay. O and P together. Consideration to approve the list of bus and van drivers for 26-27 school year as submitted by designated transportation contractors, and to approve substitute drivers for all contracted transportation providers contingent upon receipt of all required legal documents and final review of all criminal history records checked for any non-automatic disqualifying offenses. And B, consideration to approve the following supplemental transportation contractors to be used on an as needed basis for 26-27 school year. They're all listed.
Motion approved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Nathaniel Parker,
Yes.
Dave Eggleton,
Yes.
Kyle Wilson,
Yes.
Marty Selker,
Yes.
Tom Walter,
Yes.
Jeff Myers,
Yes.
Bob Smith,
Yes.
and Chris Mogus.
Yes.
QRST all together. Consideration to approve the use of facility agreement for the following as presented. Playground committee flow run football field area September 19, 2026. And consideration to approve the use of the facility date change for the following Clarion Chamber ALF pageant from October 3rd, 2026 to September 27th, 2026. And that's consideration to approve the first reading of the following policies as presented. T, consideration to approve the second and final reading of the following policies as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Marty Selker,
Yes.
Tom Walter,
Yes.
Nathaniel Parker,
Yes.
Jeff Myers,
Yes.
Bob Smith,
Yes.
Chris Mogus,
Yes.
Dave Eggleton,
Yes.
and Kyle Wilson.
Old business. No executive session. And I have a motion for adjournment.
So moved. Second.
Meeting adjourned.